Yo, yo. Make sure we're live. Okay, we are live in effect. Okay, let's just make sure that everybody can hear us. What's up? What's up, guys? Ricky Mateki here. What's going on? I don't know how to get rid of this. How do you hide this?
I found the best way to know if you're going live is to start
Oops.
cursing and see if someone gets offended. Should I start?
Yeah, you can start right now. You
Oh no, no,
mother.
I
You
would never do
mother.
that. We're
Okay,
not doing that.
we got a bunch of people on. All right, awesome, guys. All right, so this is a new series we're starting called CEO on the Wall, and it's something that me and Anthony have thought about because we're on the phone every morning talking about growing the business, and there's things that we hit struggles we get into, and strategies and stuff like that, and we end up kicking it for a good like half hour, 45 minutes on it. And this is literally like every single morning. So we're like, why don't we just let people into this? I think it'll
And
just help a lot of people.
and it's been truly my pleasure, Rick, to talk to you every morning from 5:30 to 6:30. There's no better way to wake up. Trust me, no better way.
Yeah, I know. They hear your voice early in the morning too, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? May have to change it. May have to change the schedule just a little bit.
Yeah,
So
we'll get our own little like, voice things like, "Hi, Rick."
what we kind of thought was, all right, so every week we were getting on and we were training marketing strategies, and yes, that's still going to continue in some sort of a way. But what we also noticed from, and this is very, very important, data tells you everything. So if you're not using data in your business, then you don't know the direction to go, whether that be from your customers or from your visitors or your whatever kind of traffic you use. Data is your best friend. So what I'm trying to get at here is that we notice when using GoToWebinar and training a new marketing strategy every week, we started to lose a lot of people. And the reason being is because I think we would move a little bit too fast because the business moves fast. So what's relevant now to us may not be as relevant to you. So we want to create like an environment where you guys can chime in, listen on, be a pretty much CEO on the wall, see what the things that we're dealing with and how it could pertain to your business as well. Plus, we're going to do this on YouTube. Eventually, it's going to go on podcasts, and we'll let you know about that. But I can see the comments here. So, guys, any kind of comments you got, any kind of things you want to say, what's up, what's up? This is Cash said this is great, awesome. So, Ant, so what's going on in the business now currently? What's going on your end?
Well, it's actually quite funny. So just to get back to what you just said, the title CEO on the Wall came from one of these calls because Rick and I have been doing these calls every single day for God knows how long. And Rick, his own passion product has always been, and I want to start a podcast. I want to start a podcast. I want to actually touch people on a day-to-day basis so that they could
Exactly.
get like the nitty-gritties because your platforms of media dollars and all the other things are highly successful, but they're once a week, which means if someone missed a week, they missed 2 weeks, right? Or if they're not catching up fully, they're missing, say, 6 or 7 days because we move so quickly. So it was like, yo, Ant, imagine if like we could just like allow people to be like on the wall. I go, wait, like CEO on the wall. And within 2 seconds, you had that. I think an hour later, you sent me the design mocked up. You got the whole team going. And it was cool. And it's just, it goes to be a total case study that if this is successful and if we've identified what the market's looking for, this idea would have grown from what we're actually doing in real time for everyone that's on it. So that's like totally cool. And I want to highlight that. But
Yeah.
yeah, just what's going on in the market. So it's been great because as you know, and I'm saying this for the benefit of those that are listening, you and I have had such a close relationship for so many years. And I've had the luxury and pleasure to be able to welcome on all new people that came to a Slingly platform, whether it's through different kind of promotions or Slingly touchless agency, things like that. And we went ahead and built out a concierge team as a response to the market because what we noticed was, COVID came and pushed everyone online. And what was going to differentiate one company from another is if we could actually offer phone support. So we did that and it's been highly successful. But what to answer your question, what we're truly noticing is the fact that that concierge team is in contact with all people Slingly on a weekly, if not daily basis. We get real time, to your point, data, boots on the ground. And what we've heard from those was, Rick is so great. I know he knows what he's doing because I've seen his progress. I've been following him forever. But sometimes I get lost on blank, and that blank will be something foundational, right? Like like launching an ad or something foundational. And
Mhm.
the market has been so popular with people coming out with these courses that kind of some of the courses, to quote what we say, because I guess we could be real with the people on the phone, they're just cash grabs. Someone's like, hey, I got this tutorial, like learn what I do. And we've always been so like, we like them, but like we always thought we could do it better. So we went ahead and created Rhino Digital, which is step by step, 13-week, 5 days a week, 1 hour a day curriculums that are already pre-planned. And to that point, to your question, business has been great because we have such an engaged audience that's learning so much. And to go ahead and make a real business, to get that high ticket person, there's one of two ways of doing it. Either identify them and then send a super duper sales team to attack them, or, which has always been the way people do it, which is why sales is so aggressive, or do what we're doing. Let's go ahead and find people that are just entering the ecosystem, hold their hand, welcome them, teach them enough that they become high ticket because their education is commensurate with them needing more. So we found a business opportunity that's so moral and helpful and ethical that pairs with your audience and your company, that we're able to keep everyone so educated that they could be on these platforms and be like, yeah, I heard Rick say this. I actually know what he means this
Well, that's
time.
that's one of the reasons, like, a lot of people don't succeed is because they just don't have the right knowledge on how to use each in particular platform. Like, like you said, like most of these courses that come out are, for lack of better terms, cash grabs for the vendor. And why doing a cash grab, there's nothing wrong with a cash grab at all. What gets fuzzy is the fulfillment side of a cash grab.
Yes,
because
yes.
like when someone just does it just to get cash in their pocket and that has no clue how to fulfill to their customers, well, they get written out the industry regardless because they're dumb. But like at the end of the day, I see a lot of that going on. So we like to combat that because it's an uphill battle, because the platforms and stuff that we release actually work. Okay, they do produce results. They're real business. And so me and Anna has been talking about what are we doing in the future of the business? How are we growing and scaling this? So I've been talking to some people that I know. I just had a call yesterday with this dude, Michael Long. I don't know if you guys know him, but Michael Long is a gangster when it comes to putting gasoline on traffic and conversions. The dude's a visual storyteller. He has a lot of credentials. He's built OMG to over $50 million. They literally own Google Maps now. It's retarded. So where things are going, guys, is merch this, merch that, merch this, merch that. So I've been telling Ant, I said the merch space is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've seen this with Slingly probably about 5 years ago. I would say 5-6 years ago, and I kept on hustling at it because I knew that eventually merchandise on the local space, okay, is going to be bigger than what it was just a couple of years ago. Like just these days of just selling the onesies and twosies on Etsy and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool and all. You can make money doing that. I'm not saying stop doing any of that shit, but like you got to think a little bit more high ticket. Okay, there's what Slingly Agency, it's really a service. It's a valuable service that you're going to be able to sell high ticket. I'm sorry, my dog's probably gonna bark now. There's people outside, but it's a valuable service, guys, that allows you to get into the high ticket space, giving people what they need. And this is include local businesses as well. Okay, so he was painting this. So he was painting this story in my head yesterday. He's like, all right, well, Ricky, imagine this was the 1950s and you went into Mel's coffee shop. Okay, and
yeah, Rick, that paints such a picture, because when you think of 1950s, there was definitely a Mel's coffee shop. Like I could see it.
Yeah,
like
there has to be
like the proprietor, the old gentleman that everyone likes, is like, "Hi, you want a coffee?" Like he already knew your order.
He's like this. He's like, how did Coca-Cola and Pepsi build their brands? Well, what they did was they got the Mel's coffee shops, they got the Rick's Diner, they got the Anthony's, whatever, okay, to basically push their product, okay, and that's how they became a household brand. So he said, imagine you came to a business and you said, listen, just a year ago, this is what, say, Crystal's coffee shop looked like. Now, okay, it's empowered with brands, it's empowered with merch, it's empowered with all these different elements, okay, that a regular normal coffee shop doesn't have. Would you like to have this in your business? Would you mind if we just inject your business with merch absolutely free around your brands and your things, and we help you grow? If you just offered someone just that, okay, and they're sitting there with nothing, they're gonna be like, wait, I don't have to pay for this. That's what that's what Pepsi and Coke did. They didn't really have to pay for it. They just injected their product into the store and made it more valuable. And then the business owner itself said, "Oh, I can use their brand now. I can use their name and start to
Right,
grow
right.
my business." So he was painting this picture, and he's like, "We have a massive play into that." Now, how does that interface into the community? Like, our people, our audience. Well, you guys have access to the same tools we have access to. I have
Well,
made them
actually,
available.
let me ask you, how would someone afford that? Because if you're just making stuff and giving it away for free, like I understand the back end pays it back, right? Because the investment and the brand growth, et cetera. But you would have to have like 2, 3 months of investment to do that. Or am I missing something?
Well, basically, there would be a couple of grand investment up front, okay, to get this going for the person and see
Which
if
would
they
be an
could do
amazing
something.
investment. Yeah.
But also it would be cherry picking. Like, you want to pick go getters. You want to pick people that have the ability to become something in a year. That's what he was getting at. Like, you're gonna find these go getters that. All right. So, for instance, there's a place right here in St. Pete Beach. Okay, it's called Faux Cheesy, right? And they did a
Okay.
spin on grilled cheeses. So you can get them like all types of grilled cheeses. They have a Chuck Norris grilled cheese. They have an ass ass kicking chicken. They have like all these cool ass things that normally you don't go into a restaurant and find. Right? They just have like a big Texas toast grilled cheese. Right? The point I'm getting at here is that just last month alone, because I met the owner, I talked to him. He's pulled in over $184,000 in grilled cheese sales, just grilled cheese itself. So he's
Right.
positioning himself to get shop, in downtown St. Pete. He's positioning himself to do franchises where he's going to own equity. Now imagine, now he has merch. Okay, I'm not going to say it's the best thing, the best deal, that I can give him. Okay, or
Right.
the product that I can give him. But I told him, I said, look at this, look at Merch Your Biz, look at what we do. This is what we could do for you. And he's sincerely interested. So, like, if he already has merch, he's a go-getter, and we give him the opportunity to do more than he's already doing. Don't you think the guy like that's gonna want to run with that and actually make something with it?
Bro, I think it's a great idea. Like the Super Bowl, those people that do the Super Bowl, those stars and everything, they don't get paid. In fact, they pay the Super Bowl. I think Bruno Mars paid like 7 million last year to do the halftime show, and it's all about exposure. So I get what you're saying 100%. I think we need to know that when going into this, it's an investment opportunity because somebody would have to have like 2, 3 months worth of investment to go ahead and put the product out there to allow the brand to catch. But then once the brand catches, like anybody knows, it's exponential. When one person tells one person, now you have 2 people telling one person, now you have 4 people telling one person. So it grows and grows and grows. But to your point, I think this is the best time ever to do it because merch, like I remember when I met you, you were just getting off merch. You were like, yo, Ant, the merch thing's oversaturated, but you never stopped investing in it. You just stopped doing ads and stuff to it because everyone got in that field. Like it was the lowest barrier entry. Yeah, okay. And a lot of people got in because they used your software. All right, if I own Slingly, I could do merch with my eyes closed, and that's what you were able to do for people. But through the pandemic, nobody needed merch anymore. People owned one shirt and slept in it for I almost cursed for 2 weeks because you just
It's
stayed
all
home.
good.
No one shaved anymore. I did FaceTime with you, and you looked like Tom Hanks after Castaway. Like nobody did anything. And but now people are going back to the office. So you have so many companies that are like, okay, one of our expenses, like I have a company that I would love to get everyone shirts and stuff. But I'm like, do I really want to spend that just yet? So if you came to me and I have a great growing company and said, yo, Ant, I'll go ahead and get you the merch. It's just going to say slingly.com or whatever on the back. I'd be like, all right, you're a reputable brand. I like you. If you want to do that, done. So I get it. And I think the timing is perfect for that, actually.
Well, just to cater to what you already talked about, okay. Well, I was never ever getting out of merch. What I was getting out of was the onesies and twosies. I needed to figure out a way to take a bigger play with it, okay. Not just bulk ordering, but how do I go the branding route? Okay, a lot of people like are scared to go the branding route when it comes to merch because there is money involved, there's investment involved, there is, taking concepts, okay, from a onesie twosie mentality into a brand. And we started to run that route. Okay, actually, me and John at the time, we were building out a gun brand. All right, and we were doing it with with this dude Oliver and Jordan at the time, whatever. Okay, long story short is that I always seen the opportunity, okay, to go branding with print on demand because it's unlimited products. Hence why, Slingly Agency came out. Hence why, like, I'm getting, I mean, this call I had with Mike Long, I mean, it's pretty big where they want to take it. So for everybody that's listening in on this right now, what does that mean for you? It means that we're going to have the opportunity to touch as many local businesses as possible. And there's no way that me, myself can do it. Okay, I'm going to need help. All right. So as many of you are set up with the agency stuff, or if you're not, okay, you may want to look into it because like the opportunities I got coming on is going to bring us lead after lead after lead. Another thing, Anthony, you need to understand is I've been making deals with, with Travis Stevenson. I don't know if you guys know Travis Stevenson.
Oh, he's such a rock star, that kid.
He is, and he figured out a way to get unlimited influencer leads off of Instagram. It's ridiculous, okay? And this is free traffic, guys. This is not paid traffic whatsoever. So we're figuring out a way to wrap around, okay, the merch play into that direction as well. Whether it's the Slingly whether it's just regular Slingly where you have the onesies and twosies, or you make your own brands, whatever, or an agency play where you're selling merch, these influencers. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, that's what's happening. And and I gotta mute this for 1 second. Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, and to the point about the influencers, these are people that actually understand what their name's finally worth, because for the longest time you had someone like Michael Jordan or Charles Barkley or Tiger Woods or whatever, and they were told you're not bigger than the sport, right? Like basketball would say, hey, Jordan, like relax a little bit, or not so much Jordan, but all the other players, right? They, especially football, if you sully the shield, then we're not interested. We'll kick you out, because these are guys that wear helmets and you didn't really see their faces and things like that. But to the point about influencers in this social media marketing, where the marketer itself is the person that has the most audience. Like I remember years ago, if you were bartending and it was like a really, really popular place, they didn't look at you in terms of your skill level. They didn't look at you in terms of how you looked. Of course, those were variables, but they would say, okay, where'd you come from? How many people can you bring in? So it's always been known that influencer marketing was always a thing. It's just now it's able to be calculated, right? So like if I went ahead and I wanted to bartend somewhere and they're like, all right, well, how many friends do you have? I'll be like, yeah, I could bring 20. And they would have to hire me on my word of that. Now they just take a look at your Instagram and see you have 2 million followers, and they could monetize and they could actually make projections based on it. So these guys that are in influencer marketing know their value. So to your point, Rick, if you could go ahead and make connections with them, they're people that are influencers are now so business savvy that they don't look at the brand and say, okay, basketball, NBA, okay, NFL, I know you don't want me to do this, so I won't do it. No, they look at their viewer count and they say, no, I'm bigger than you now. I can do whatever I want. So those deals are ready to be made, and those people are ready to make them. So if you have someone that could put people in front of that and give them that type of access,
that's exactly what's happening.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But think about it. It's on an IG level space, on a local space. Like that's what's happening. All right. So this is like leading to a lot bigger than just owning a Shopify store. Okay. Or just running some Facebook ads to make some money with e-commerce. This is servicing. This is becoming, okay. So print on demand is actually, I'm taking print on demand into the service industry rather than just, and I know there's other people that do it. Like look at 4imprint. Okay, they do a lot of promotional items. Okay, look at other businesses. I'm not saying this is a brand new concept, but having an existing concept that already works, okay, is where the money's at. You don't just start from complete scratch and just hope it works. Scratch a button and be like, okay, I think this is going to work. Okay, you look at all the variables involved in the market, and you look at what connections you can extrapolate and bring on the table. So like, okay, so Ant, like, so for you have Rhino Premier. Okay, that
Right.
is your baby right there. You know, you love stock trading, you love options, you are a Wall Street trader. Okay, you have a lot of experience. That's your baby right there. So then, wouldn't it be in your best interest not to just sell the onesies and twosies that come to listen to Rhino Digital, Rhino Premier, but to make the deals and connections with people that are reach the audience you need to reach to, or make, you know what I'm trying to say, or bring some
Yeah.
kind of other arm
Well,
to
no.
it.
Well, so I get that totally. And actually, Rhino Premier is built that way. And the things that you and I do differently, and I guess like I know there's an audience, so I'm kind of trying to educate them a little bit. It's not to not like I don't want the first episode to talk over people. But the thing that you and I constantly talk about is how can we be different? Like how can, because the unique part about you that drew me to you is that you actually care about the people that you help, right? Like, and same with me. We're not looking for cash grabs or something. We're actually accountable to those that we help. So Rhino Premier, I'm live every day from 9:30 to 10 while the market's open. Do you know what a high bar it is to be live every day while the market's open and not be watching the market? Like I'll talk about something. Hey, I think the market's gonna go down 500. If that market's up 200, you know how stupid I look in like real time. So it's like I like knowing that the people that follow me believe in me because I have something where it's like, no, I'm not just someone that's talking. I'm going to prove it to you. And that's how our business models are built. Like you're live every single week. Like if somebody doesn't like one of your products for whatever reason, they don't need to go find you. You email them 50 times a day to get on live. Like they know
Okay,
where you
but dude,
are.
like another thing is that I'm just up to date. I just know what's going on in the market. I am a trend marketer. I have the big people on my plate, the big deals, and there's some stuff I can't release on this exact call. Okay, but there's things that are working that are mountain movers. All right. And I just wanted to let people know, okay, that by coming on to these kind of trainings and listening to us, you're going to get up to date. You're going to know what's going on. Okay. If you're sitting there not knowing what to do, all right, and you're sitting there on an e-commerce store, like it's time to think a little bit bigger than just an Etsy shop. So let's start to expand our brain a little bit more than just a day trade play. Let's start to expand like what real business really is. Okay. And the more that we come post pandemic, the more communities are being built, the more the more transparency in the market. All right, more like I don't know if you've been noticing, but even if you look at like top level software players, like they have redone their sites, they have put community extensions into it. Like there is a lot going on. All right, that you just have to be in keen with and see where you can fit in. So when I bring an opportunity like Slingly Agency, it may look like just a normal old regular biz opportunity. All right, that well, I can do this opportunity, I can do the next opportunity. Yeah, you can. You can jump
Yeah.
around however you want, like a fish out on the beach. It's completely up to you. But like honestly, I see where the business is going to grow, where this is a real need for everybody. And why would there be? Look at how many plays are in merch right now? Okay, I'm not the only fish out there that sells merch.
Yo, you just gave me
Okay,
an idea talking about fish at the sea. Because I was thinking like, so while you're talking, I'm thinking about the merch idea and how you can get your branding out there, and everyone's kind of doing well. At least the low hanging fruit is okay. I'll make a shirt and give it to people, right? But it's summertime. Who wants to wear a shirt? Like it's beach season. What if like, and what's something you could give to someone on the beach that they'll keep at least for the day? Like you remember those fans that would open up and they were really small. You
yeah.
could put them in your pocket like
Mm-hmm.
what if you branded a fan and just went on the beach and handed it out to people with a smile? Like I bet you could give 100 to 200 of them away a day. It'll cost you like maybe 75 cents each. And by the end of the week, you can have 1,000 new local customers. Like, am I losing my mind or is that like a good idea?
And that's something like that's like holding a sign on a corner, but on steroids. Like you're actually
Yeah.
going
Like these
like
people
you
are
could.
going to use the fan. They're going to be thankful for it. They're going to like you. They're going to want to reciprocate.
I
And since
mean,
they all have
it's
their phones because they're taking pictures of themselves with beach bodies, how hard would it be for them to open the fan and be like, okay, slingly.com, let's see what that is, right? Like,
But I also
I don't
want to
know.
touch base that the regular onesie and twosies of making money with e-commerce is never ever going to go away. Okay, my boy
Oh, no, I
Nishad,
agree with you. I'm
my
saying
boy
buy a
Nishad,
thousand of those
dude,
fans.
they just did 100,000 in jewelry sales on Etsy in the past 2 months. Okay, 100,000 in jewelry sales. Right, this is print on demand jewelry stuff that we stock in Slingly. They did 100,000 of it. Right, so I'm not saying that it's not going to not work. All right. I'm just saying that I'm not in that game no more. I'm not in the onesie twosie game no more. I used to be for years. All right. I see the value. I see where you can make a lot of money with it if you focus on it. And that's your sole focused concentration. You get up every morning, you're going to research product, you're going to make design, you're going to upload it to platforms, you're going to do the keyword research, you're going to eat, sleep, and drink it. That's going to be the only thing you fucking do, literally.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's no, but that's the only thing you do. And if you just do that and you stick with it, I mean, Matt Schmidt, okay, he's built a brand now over his print on demand, okay, and he does around 20 million a year in print on demand, okay, with his brand. It's a brand though. It's not like like he has a lot of things that have to do with camaraderie and stuff that we all sell, but he wrapped a brand around it. He look at Ezra Firestone. Ezra Firestone has a couple of skin lines. I forgot the name of his major skin line now. Jubilee or Jubi, whatever the hell it was. I forget the name of it. But anyway, he built celebrities around it. Okay, he did professional product shoots with it. He got Google AdWords and YouTube videos working. Okay, that's all he did, and he got that to a 20 million plus a year business. A lot of people just stop. Okay, they want to see the instant gratification. Us as entrepreneurs, we like instant gratification. We like to know that we're putting our time in something and it's going to give us an immediate return on our time, because God knows the lives that we live. We don't have a lot of time to waste in the first place. Okay,
and talk about yourself. I live a very healthy life.
I mean, I wake up, I got team to deal with, bro. There's a lot of shit that's going on in my life.
You're in better shape than me. I'm in the midst of a 3-day fasting right now. I haven't eaten since Sunday night. I'm walking in circles wondering why I'm dizzy. I'm doubling it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely need to eat something. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, so I hope you're enjoying this content. I hope you enjoy what we're doing. We're going to keep on doing this stuff. We're going to get on weekly and do this. It's going to be from different locations, different things that are happening. Let's see what the comments looks like. Oh yeah, it's Boom by Cindy Joseph. Yep, that's it. So just let me know what you guys think, okay? Because we'll keep on going. You getting value from this? Put one in the question box. I don't know how many people we got watching right now, but it's pretty nice. This will be also on YouTube, and yeah, for real, but it will work. All right, what's up? What's up with that? Yep. So I mean, the point of the story here, guys, is to really start thinking outside the box a little bit more than you currently are. All right. And, it's great having a focused direction for what your efforts are going to be. So whether that be, an agency play, whether that be your SEO, whether that be your software business, whether it be education or a membership that you're going to launch, or you're going to, wrap certain things around it. Like, you got to just take the time and the effort to continuously build it every single day. Right. And I guess that's like the point of the story here.
No, and I'll double that up, because the thing that makes you and I different than everyone else is that we're accountable daily. Like you might have media dollars one day a week, but you have something else one day a week. You have something else one day a week. And then we have team calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that we all have our own ecosystems. So the part that I'll go ahead and contribute to this is what sells, what makes one more needed than others. Because we're getting to a world right now where the population is through the roof. Everyone that's on social media is kind of selling the same thing. They're all in a rat race. They're all looking for the next thing. The person that actually makes a sale, though, when someone's given 5 identical items, is the one that's able to provide the support, the one that's able to go ahead and show that they care, the one that's able to almost sell themselves on a plate, right? Like if you buy my product, you buy Ricky's product, or you buy Timmy's product, and you truly believe that regardless of what the product does for you, that Timmy put 100% of his life into it, and he will continue to support it 100% of his life, you will buy it, you may never use it, and you'll never regret it. So when we're talking about brands, it's a much larger conversation that I guess we'll get into like next week or something. But brands starts with daily habits. Like Rick wakes up every morning at 5:30 and goes to the gym and does this, does that, because that's who he's able to portray to everyone else. If you want to be like me, well, get up and do what I do. But most people don't understand that stuff. They don't understand how living a good, solid, moral life and putting all of you into something equals sales. And I think that's the point we're at right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, so with Rhino Digital, like, I don't know if you guys are involved with that, all right, but we've been we've been consistently training every single day. And Anthony's been a rock star, and we're walking people through the 101 of marketing and getting onto different platforms and using them, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that Anthony put together.
Wait, what are you showing?
I'm showing the stuff that you sent me, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't for the call.
Well, I'm doing it right now anyway. I don't care. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show people. I thought you wanted me. I thought you wanted me to show people. Well, now I'm just doing it anyway. So I don't care if Anthony cares. All right.
No,
so
but that's like real definition of CEO on the wall, because that's like not for anybody.
All right. Well, that's good. Okay. So Anthony was giving me the schedule. This is a full schedule. Okay. And this is, stuff that we already done. Okay. And we call this Rhino Digital because basically we are digitally creating real digital marketers, real internet marketers. Okay. And yes, the people that are going through this are going to come through different types of education levels, different types of experience levels, and we kind of get that. But we don't worry about that. Okay. We don't care if you know what a business account is. There's plenty of people in this world that have no clue what a business account is. We don't care if you know something about marketing because you've done it before. We approach this as everybody starting from absolute scratch and no one knows nothing. And that's how I did, that's how I kind of approach things in the market as well. So like day one, okay, was all about orientation, right? So if you're going to just get into this, you're going to get day one. You're not going to get day two, day three, day four. You're going to get it every single day. And we keep these to an hour a day. So, and we're walking through pretty fast. I mean, we're week, 4 already, dude?
We're on week 4, day 18. So day 3 of week 4. And as you go through this, so if I could just, because I'm like totally off, hey, there you are. So I'm totally off guard a little bit with this. But the idea behind it was, okay, people go to college, they get a degree, they do a job. Like that's a pretty simple equation we all know of, right? But how much does college cost? And then the question is, well, is college really even worth it? So we could have that debate, but what if we could go ahead and just modify the argument? What if we said, well, technology moves so fast, you can never spend 4 years learning what happened 4 years ago and be successful today. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I wouldn't pay anyone $200,000 to do it. So what if we were able to condense that curriculum and make it for only $1? Now, Anthony, why would you do that for $1? Well, the point is, if we're able to educate people from zero to hero, then at the end of it, they need more high up products because now they're more capable to make sales and they need more stuff. So when they need more stuff, they're naturally going to come to us. So that's how the business grows. And that's how we build lifetime relationships and bonds. So that's exactly what we did into this platform. So I'm doing an hour a day, 8:30 emails, 1 o'clock live. Rick does the 1 o'clock live, some too. We go ahead through every single platform, everything. We do weekends. Like it's insane how much value there is, but that's because we're investing in you. We're putting all of our time in that you're going to learn enough that you're going to want bigger products down the road and you're going to come to us. That's the whole name of the game. So we have to do everything. We have to put our all into it because if you don't come back to us because you didn't learn anything, then we just wasted time. So this platform is actually self-motivated for us to go ahead and give away the ranch because you might come for milk one day. So, all right. So actually what you're looking at, and I'll give it back to you, Rick, is just all the different, it's such an engaging platform. So people write so many messages. This is just from one of the videos. We usually get 100 comments during video, over 200 views per video, like per live. So, all right, keep going through, and you could take the mic from me because I don't shut up. I'm Italian, but yeah.
No, there's a little lag from Zoom to YouTube, dude. So I'm just trying to keep in. I'm trying to keep in sync
cool.
with what people see on YouTube. What me and you see on Zoom, dude, is going to come a lot faster. So,
cool.
So yeah, guys. So basically, like we went through a lot of models already and things that you can do to pull money out of thin air, and just like giving you the concepts and stuff. But we're about to get a lot deeper. Okay, we're getting really deep now. We're going to go into the platforms, the use cases of each and every platform, why we use them in our own businesses, how we use them to extract a lot of money, and basically just a lot. Okay, and I can't like go through the whole schedule here. But if you want to be part of this and you haven't been part of this, go to rhinodigital.org. Okay, so if you go to rhinodigital.org, All right. You can just check out the video. You can check out what it's about and see something that you want to be part of. All right. So like this is what we call structured training. Okay. So the problem with media-dollars.com, not that it was a problem. Like I grew that to about 10,000 people. So I wouldn't say it was a problem. But the problem that I seen with it, it was unstructured training, very unstructured training. Like every week, I would come up with something that we were facing in the business or doing inside the business. And it didn't matter what level you were, okay, or where you were coming from, or if you even knew what the hell we were doing, we were teaching it anyway. And I hate to be, I'll be blunt with you, that there's a lot of people in the industry that do that. Okay. They just set a date, they call it power hour, you come on to it, you're like, oh, I'm going to learn this awesome gold nugget. And then you do nothing with it, because then by the time you get to doing something with the gold nugget that you thought you had, there's another tech issue or another software you need to buy or something in your way. And then you just forget about it. You go back to your normal life. And I was just talking to Sean about this yesterday. And I was like,
Yeah,
the problem.
keep scrolling this thing while you talk. I'm like so interested to see all the pictures.
Yeah, that's because you need like crayons and sock puppets like me. That's what you need.
Yeah,
You
just
need
keep pressing the
crayons
button as you talk. Yeah, bro, I talk to you so many times with sock puppets, and that's the first time you understand what I'm saying. I'm like, "Hi, Rick," and you're like, "Hey, what's up?"
But I mean, I was just having a call with Nishan about this, and I was just saying, dude, okay, that's one of the big problems that we have with Media Dollars. I said, people, like, okay, so I ran many boot camps. I mean, dozens and dozens of boot camps. I'm talking about full 5-day, got guests on, kind of things. And I hate to say it, but some people,
Gi Ricky in the hood.
but some people literally got lost even more than they got on the boot camp. I don't get how it even happens, but that does kind of happen. But like then some people succeeded and created like insane, results with the boot camps that we had. And I mean, if you just go to slingly.com and you look at some of that sales page, like, yeah, people took action. All right. So what we're doing here with CEO on the wall, it's not going to be always the same format that we're talking about now. And it's more or less going to be like what is going on in the market, what is going on with trends, things that you need to be paying attention to, things that are coming from the inner grapevine that you're not going to have access to. Okay, I get access to these conversations by 7 and 8 figure business owners because of what my credentials are, what I have been through, what I showed the market I can do. Okay, I got invited to be part of a $50,000 mastermind, and they charge 7 and 8 figure guys $50,000 to be part of it. There's 2 spots left. No bullshit. They talked to me yesterday. They want me to be part of it, and they don't want to charge me for it. And I was like, really? You don't want to charge me for it? I'm like, I'll happily pay some money into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know if I wanted to drop 50 on it and shit, but I was like, let me explore this. They're like, no, Ricky, we want you in. So fine. I'm not gonna say no to that shit.
That's because they know how you eat. You go to the restaurant and you get 7 different like tomahawk steaks, and they get their money back.
Well, what I'm trying to say, Anthony, and to everybody that's listening right now,
Anthony.
is what we're doing here, okay, is I'm gonna bring you back the intel. That's my commitment, okay, to these calls. I'll bring you back intel. It's up to you whether you do something or not with it. I can't hold your hand on it. All right. But if you want to be part of structured education that we're conducting right now, this is what it's about. Okay. And like we're getting into a lot of great stuff. And even in the community, like we're getting at least 100 people on every live call every single time. All right. And the engagement is crazy. And I hope that you guys that are part of Rhino Digital are learning a lot and you're taking action with this. It's about to get even better. All right. So I'm not trying to make this a pitch on Rhino Digital. That's not what this call is about. But Anthony, gave me the slide deck and he wanted me to review it. So I figured, why don't we just do it live?
Well, what do you think of it since we're doing this?
I don't know. We're just doing this live right now. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I have to add a couple of things to it, but except Anthony likes to put his face over there. It's like looking like a surprised Italian kid, but like that's what he does.
Well, it was funny because the idea of the slide deck was I wanted to act. So many people do different marketing and they just kind of throw something against the wall and they're like, "Hey, look at me next to like this Lamborghini and these 3 girls." It's like, you don't even know them and you don't drive that car. Like if I'm offering a 65-day, like everyday curriculum, I want to actually take a screenshot of each day that I'm in it. So when you look at it, you're like, yo, I could trust this guy. Like he's literally, and please don't judge me that every week there's like an overlap of shirts. I gained a lot of weight and only some of them fit. So like you'll see a couple like in the same shirts, but I promise I have a different face. It is a different day.
Exactly. I promise I got a different face.
Yeah,
You do change your shirt at least once, right?
yeah. I don't think there's a week yet where I wore the same shirt twice. I almost did once, and I changed it in the office. I was like, I gotta be on camera. Oh my god! I almost hyperventilated. My whole team's looking at me like a cat would, with like a piece of yarn going down the stairs.
Well, long story short, guys, you know, we're not going to make these calls too long. Okay, we want to keep these, you know, entertaining. We want to let you know what's going on. We're going to hold this every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is replacing Media Dollars training that we do. There's going to be like other episodes too that are not going to probably be live, but in podcast type format. As soon as I get like all the tech worked out on the podcast, this is going to be formally launching as one of those. So if you want to be in the know and you want to follow us and you want the intel that I bring back to our organization, because again, the whole concept of CEO on the wall is to bring you into our 7-figure business and let you understand what we deal with on a day-to-day, how we are how we are dealing with customers, how we're dealing with software issues, how we are dealing with market issues, what kind of things are on the plate, what deals are we making. All right, what is going to benefit the community? What's going to benefit us? All right, and if you guys want to be part of it, you know, part of that, and then know that's what we're doing. And I guarantee you're probably not going to find a lot of people that do this type of shit or willing to give this sort of information out free to the public when we don't even know, you know, the Dick, Tom, or Harry that's on this call. Okay,
Well,
but
actually,
that's
you know
cool.
what? Like let me just parlay on that for a second, because you went ahead and put that PowerPoint out that I didn't think you were doing it, and you just like kind of CEO on the wall with me. I'm not very thrilled about it, but okay. I'm gonna do it to you. When we came up with this idea, we said that we were going to actually do real life talk. Like we were going to talk about our industry, our organization, problems that we have within, how we resolve them, and how we're growing it. I understand today's day one and it's orientation, and we're not going to go ahead and show you how the sausage is made. But like the next time we do it and the next time after we do it, I want to have more talk like we do every morning, where it's like, yo, Ant, and then this happens, like, what are we going to do? And then we figure it out, because that's the stuff people, I think, would differentiate us. So if you think you're getting off this easy next week, Rick, you got another thing. I'm going to hit you.
That's all right, man. I'm ready for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I am
right,
ready
as long
for
as you
whatever.
know that.
Well, guys, I mean, so yeah. So if you enjoyed what we're doing today, it's only going to get more better and better. Be on the calls with Rhino Digital. There's a lot more in-depth training coming involved on different platforms like Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and a bunch of other things. You know, and there's a whole curriculum, okay? And the more that we just step everybody through it, the more knowledgeable you get, the better results you'll have when using these platforms, or just understanding why you do certain things on a specific platform could be the key to you making tons of money or no money. I mean, just having the concept of like why you should run an ad this way on Facebook, or why you should be using Twitter organically, or why you would use YouTube in this way, or just to give you those type of examples. I mean, if you come in thinking that every platform is going to be the same exact thing, and that's just going to be a print money machine for you, you're completely wrong. All you do is going to waste your advertising dollar, and they don't really care. They'll take your money all day. No problem.
Yeah, yo, Rick, to that point, we're opening new accounts in each one of those platforms with the screen share and doing everything live. So this isn't like a pre-rehearsed, like, oh, I got the super duper data in my pixel for Facebook and I can make a sale and trick everyone to think they can make it too. Like there's a chance I might fail. Like I might be the magician that drowns in the water because I couldn't find the key up my sleeve. Like we're doing it live, but I have full confidence that we're going to really kick butt. So to give the audience a level of like what's actually going on, it's like instead of working with the person that goes ahead and pre-rehearses everything and then shows you the shiny object, no, we're actually going to be in the kitchen cooking the meal together. So for $1, I could think of literally 1 bazillion things I spent $1 on that was a worst idea. And if you have like a younger child or a grandson or something, like get them involved too. There's no cursing on the platform. It's good. Like I get my family involved in it, and I'm so proud and happy and proud of it. So I just want to put that personal touch on it because what we're doing, no one's ever done.
No doubt. All right, guys, we're going to cut it off here. See us next week. There's going to be the same channel. Okay, I'll drop the links. All right, I will transition in the URLs. I'll put it in the keepitmoving.tv group so you guys have it. And if you want to be notified, okay, it's media-dollars.com still that you can get signed up to be notified of these kind of things that are going on. All right, and I'll just be updating people there. So thanks, Anthony, for being on. Thanks, guys, for chiming in, giving us your time, and we're going to see you on more trainings and good stuff we do.
Yeah, and once you have it, what was it, rhinodigital.org? Because I know you had your page for it. Okay, cool. I just want to clear that.
Yeah, I put it on the comments section, guys. If you want to look at it, again, this is not a pitch, no pressure. Okay, I'm not trying to do it like that.
Yeah, if you don't want it, don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Rick, thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to be on next week, and I'm going to give you a couple of shots. So be ready.
All right, sounds good. All right, later.
Later, guys. Later. Bye.
Peace.